Have you ever thought about how professionals make building look so easy and quick? What if you could get better at what you do and make your projects even better? The top 10 construction hacks and tips that really work and can save you time, money, and a lot of stress are shown in this video. Are you ready to improve your building skills with secret tips? Watch to find out how to use these game-changing strategies. Number 10, plan twice, cut once. When it comes to construction, the classic proverb measure twice, cut once is a fundamental principle. Yet, it encompasses more than just measuring. Before you ever take up a tool, it is essential to have a proper plan in place. Whether you are constructing a little shed or a complete house, it is important to plan each and every stage of the process. This includes taking particular measurements, compiling inventories of components, and even attempting to anticipate probable difficulties. When you plan your project with great care, you lower the likelihood of making mistakes that could end up being very expensive. You make certain that you have all the required resources on hand, and you maintain the time frame for your project. Utilize digital tools such as computer-aided design, CAD, software, or apps that are focused on project planning. These can assist you in visualizing your project in 3 dimensions, identifying potential problems, and developing detailed blueprints. Number 9. For further precision, make use of a chalk line. A chalk line is an extraordinary instrument that can be utilized for the purpose of obtaining straight lines for the purpose of cutting or arranging things. Wall framing, tile installation, and drywall installation are all areas in which it is especially helpful. You'll have a clear and exact guide for your work if you simply stretch the chalk line across the area where you need a straight line, snap it, and you will have it. In the event that you need to draw a line on a surface that chalk does not stick well to, such as wet concrete, you should make use of a laser level instead. You will end up with a straight line without any mess if you do this. Number 8. Enhance the performance of your workbench configuration. A workstation that is well organized can have a significant impact on the amount of work you get done. Make sure that the tools and materials that you use the most are easily accessible, and think about purchasing pegboards or tool racks that are fixed on the wall so that everything is not only visible but also easily accessible. In addition, a movable workbench that is equipped with wheels can be a game changer because it enables you to relocate your workspace to a more convenient location, so saving you both time and effort. Installing a power strip on the side of your workbench will allow you to easily reach electrical outlets, which will eliminate the need for you to constantly look for a place to plug in your tools. Number 7. Make sure that your tools are always sharp. The use of ineffective tools not only slows down your job, but also poses a potential risk. It is important to sharpen your tools on a regular basis, whether you are using saw blades, drill bits, or chisels. This will ensure cleaner cuts and lessen the likelihood of slips or kickbacks. It is possible to maintain the best possible condition of your instruments by either purchasing a high-quality sharpener or taking them to a professional service on a regular basis. You can make use of a file or even a piece of sandpaper to make any necessary adjustments to your blades or bits if you are in a bind and do not have access to a sharpener handy. Despite the fact that it is not as effective as sharpening the tool properly, it can get you through the work. Number 6. Make use of a magnet in order to locate screws and nails that are concealed. When you are working with existing structures, particularly when you are renovating them, you will frequently need to locate nails or screws that are concealed in the walls, floors, or ceilings. A powerful magnet can assist you in locating these items in a short amount of time without requiring you to tear open the structure. It is sufficient to move the magnet around the surface in order for it to attract any metal objects that are concealed. In order to assist you in reaching regions that are difficult to access or inconvenient, you can attach the magnet to a string or the end of a stick. Number 5. Dry fit before you fix. Always perform a dry fit before permanently attaching anything, such tiles, pipes, or lumber. This is the case regardless of the material. In order to ensure that everything is exactly aligned with one another, this requires you to lay out all of your materials without using any adhesive or fasteners. Taking this one easy step might help you avoid making mistakes that are expensive and ensuring that the finish looks professional. An important piece of advice is to take pictures of your dry fit so that you may return to them when it comes time to complete the installation. This comes in very handy when dealing with intricate layouts such as tile patterns or piping systems. Number 4. When painting, make use of gravity to your advantage. Utilizing gravity is a straightforward method that can expedite the painting process, which can be a time-consuming endeavor. When painting, walls begin at the top and work your way down to the bottom. Additionally, as you continue painting downward, any drips or runs will organically merge into the background. Staining and applying sealants are 2 examples of other chores that can be accomplished using the same method. Always brush in the direction of the grain to avoid leaving brush marks, and finish with a gentle, even stroke to smooth out any ridges or streaks that may have been brought about by the brush. Number 3. Painter's tape can be used for more than just painting. The painter's tape is a tool that has a wide range of applications. In addition to its obvious application in the process of producing neat paint lines, it can also be utilized to hold small pieces in place while you are working, to mark off areas that require protection, and even to name materials. With a jigsaw, placing painter's tape along the cutting line will help avoid splintering and give you a cleaner cut. This is especially helpful in making delicate cuts. When removing painter's tape after painting, it is recommended to take it off at a 45-degree angle while the paint is still slightly wet. This will ensure that the lines are as clear as possible. Number 2. It is recommended that you mix small batches of concrete by hand. The use of a full-fledged concrete mixer is not required for modest projects such as the installation of fence posts or the mending of pavements. Alternatively, you can mix concrete by hand in small batches using a wheelbarrow, shovel, or even a large bucket. This is an alternative method. To begin, pour water into the container. Next, add the dry mixture in a slow and steady stream while stirring constantly until you reach the desired consistency. Folding the concrete mixture over onto itself multiple times rather than stirring it is the best way to guarantee that it is thoroughly mixed. Utilizing this procedure allows for a more uniform incorporation of the materials, hence lowering the likelihood of weak spots appearing in the final product. Number 1. Maintain a regular cleaning program. In addition to being aesthetically pleasing, a clean office is also beneficial in terms of safety and productivity. Cleaning up after yourself on a regular basis while you are working can help you avoid mishaps like stumbles and falls, as well as protect your tools from being misplaced or damaged. At the end of each workday, establish a process in which you clean up any debris, put away any instruments that are not being used, and organize the resources you have. If you want to keep your workspace clean without having to continuously replace the vacuum bags, you should use a shop vacuum as a dust separator. There's more to mastering the art of construction than simply employing raw force or putting in many hours of labor. Instead of working harder, it is about working smarter. You will be able to greatly enhance the quality of your work, boost your efficiency, and reduce the amount of time and money that is involved in your projects if you incorporate these top 10 construction tips and hacks into your workflow. The following tried and true tactics will assist you in achieving professional results with less stress and more satisfaction, regardless of whether you are undertaking a significant construction project or simply conducting some do-it-yourself work over the weekend. It is important to keep in mind that the secret to success in the construction industry is not simply the tools you employ, but also how you operate them. Consequently, if you remember to put these suggestions into practice, you will be well on your way to becoming a more knowledgeable and effective builder. If you found these construction tips helpful and want to learn even more tricks to up your game, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. There's plenty more to discover in our upcoming videos.